Have you ever wondered why she won't date you? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly the reason why. My name is Troy Fontana. If you and I have not met yet, and I want to help you with your health, wealth, and relationships. Today, specifically, we're going to move and talk about relationships. I was just talking with a client of mine, and we're discussing kind of the reasons why someone maybe is non-committal, why they won't move into the relationship. And there's a lot of dynamics at play. I want you to understand that the mind essentially has two main hemispheres, two main centers of origin that it's usually operating through. It's the emotional layers and the logical layers. And so oftentimes what someone is looking for is a logical response to solve the logical problem in their mind, or an emotional response to solve the emotional problem. Okay? Interesting. You probably do this yourself. So oftentimes what's taking place when someone is asking you a question is they either need the logical answer, like actually tell me A plus B equals C. Like, how do I do that? Or oftentimes what they're asking is, hey, tell me that I'm enough. Tell me that I'm going to figure this out. But it might come across as a logical question. So oftentimes what men are doing wrong is a woman is coming from an emotional centered place. They're asking you a question looking for an emotional response or an emotional type of energy, but you're giving them a logical response. And that's usually where men mess up, right? We're in our logical minds so much. We're trying to figure out life. We're trying to make money. We're trying to get the car, the house, whatever it is. And you're overly logical. And you're not connecting to a woman's natural, more desirable needs of emotion. That's usually where they are. They're more emotionally centered. One of the most beautiful things about a relationship is a woman can really draw a man into being more emotionally balanced, more present in the moment. They want to play. They remind us to play and enjoy life. That's oftentimes where men, man, we miss it, right? We're off the mark. We're out there trying to solve the world's problems and our own problems, and we spend too much time in this logical center of our mind. So understand that oftentimes through communication, that's what they're actually looking for. And so you want to come from that frame and solve the emotional question. Because here's one of the biggest things. I'm going to show you a little graph here in a second. But here's one of the biggest things that's going on. Time is always at play. And so when you're committing to a relationship, you're extending or giving away your time, aren't you? And when you're connecting with someone, right, you're going, hey, I'm agreeing to be in a relationship with you. We're investing in each other now. And therefore, as you probably know by now, if you've been in relationships, you understand that it's hard to leave relationships sometimes, right? And it's because there's another law that's at play. That's the law of investment. You're investing in one another. Once you've invested in something, you don't want to see what's had like a sunk cost, right? To lose it all. That's a lot of times why businesses will double down on things. Maybe it's even a bad idea. They'll just keep going and going. And it's a sunk cost, right? But we've invested so much in this person, in this idea, in this concept that we can't get out now. And so you often do that in your relationships as well. And so what a woman is really testing a lot is how strong of a leader are you? Because they're going to connect with you and we're going to be on this journey together. Can you help lead this journey for us? And they're testing your true confidence. And so they might say something like, say in a dance club, right? And someone says like, hey, how old are you? Maybe you had confidence and you came up to me like, hey, what's up? Nice to meet you. You guys look great tonight. How's the night going? Boom, boom, having fun, whatever, right? You come across as confident because maybe most other guys didn't approach them that night. You're the one that comes up, you talk to them, communicating, and then they're going to check your like sense of reality. Like, are you actually the person you're pretending to be? So they might say something like, man, how old are you? You old enough to be in here? Or you're too old to be in here, let's say, right? In my case, I've had a handful. How old are you, right? And I'm like, if I answer logically, oh, I'm old enough to be here and da-da-da, I'm showing like weakness, like a weak sense of reality. I'm reacting to you. And so what's really going on in the subconscious layers is this woman is checking like, are you confident? Because if we get down the road, like even in the very beginning, they're just testing you, right? If we get down the road in a relationship and shit hits the fan, because inevitably it will, right? That's how life works. Are you bouncing? Are you weak? Are you, or are you capable? And so they're going to start testing it oftentimes right up front. So like, how old are you? You look too old to be in this dance club. Man, I'm old enough to get in and young enough to dance, right? Something like that is an emotional response. So it's kind of like you move to the second level, like, oh, he's like, okay, he's who he says he is. And then it's going to show up in other ways, right? Later on, maybe it's like, hey, I'm going to go out with my girlfriends tonight. We're going to go have fun. And if you go reactive and you're like, oh, how long are you going to go out? You guys going to, be drinking alcohol? Make sure you check back with me. You're sending a signal of like a weak sense of reality, right? A clinginess. And then you start to, I'll show you in a second, this little graph here, you start to diminish their like a lot of things, right? You lower their like experience of life. Let's just say it for now. You inhibit that time variant we're talking about. You kind of muck up those waters of time and their reality, and they're losing the sense of that. And so they're testing that right up front, like, okay, or are you the guy and go, dope, have a good time, right? Have fun, epic. You need to do that stuff. Confident. You're showing that you're actually confident, because later on, again, when shit hits the fan, are you going to be the type of the guy that goes like, oh man, I can't, I lost my job. I don't know what to do. I'm going to go play some video games and figure it out. Or the shit hit the fan, you're like, yo, I lost my job. But just so you know, tomorrow I'm waking up, I'm going to go apply to 10 others. I already called my friend so-and-so and he's helping me out. Now, that's just an example, right? It's going to show up in a variety of ways throughout life. That's really what they're testing, right? Like, can I follow you? Can we move together through this journey of life? Because guess what? We ain't got time. And that's one of the beautiful things they're reminding you is you don't have time. And you, like one of the beautiful things about a woman is they can push you up into that reality and make you like believe in yourself more. Like, you got this, right? You can figure it out. I'm with you, right? We can work together. That's what you're looking for. That's what they're looking for. And as a man, right, that's the energy you want to move into is, can you be that strong, like oak tree is what I like to call it. Can you be that strong oak tree to lead this journey, right? So it looks like this. When you meet someone, right? You meet girl, sorry for my chintzy little drawing here, but like you start over here, right? This is kind of where you're starting out. You meet a girl, and this is just our line of like of intersection here. You have the journey of time, right? And you're starting out right here. So they're looking at through one of two ways. Like, if I go into a relationship with you, what are the positives that can happen? What does this journey look like? And so you may display that. That's kind of what they're testing. Like, hey, if you go into a relationship with me, I got great friends. You're gonna meet some cool friends. You're gonna have some epic experiences. I'm really into health and my own, well-being, and that's going to rub off on you, and we're gonna have those kind of experiences. I like to laugh and dance, have fun. If you're confident, they sense you probably already make money, right? If you're confident, you're gonna figure it out. If you don't, if you're confident, right, you probably have good people around you. If you're confident, you're precise, you make decisions quickly. So that's the sense of reality that they're testing, right? If you're non-needy, hey, I'm gonna go out with my girlfriends, we're gonna go out tonight, and you're non-needy, it shows confidence. Oh, well, he must have other sources of abundance and options in his life, and right, that's actually more attractive. Okay, so they're assessing this, because again, what happens if I go down this trajectory, this negative trajectory, and it's not good? I get down a year, 2 years down the road, man, fuck, I wasted 2 years of my life. I'm pissed now, right? That's the reality that they're testing. So what are those things? What are the negative things that they might experience in a relationship? You as well as a man, right? There's negatives that you could experience, right? One is a loss of time, right? Two is, maybe I'm not hanging out with my friends as much. Maybe you're taking energy and effort away from my job, my career, and things I could do. When I say yes to you, I'm saying no to all the other dudes out there, right? When I choose to have sex with you, I ain't having sex with them, right? That's a real reality. I'm risking some of my own confidence, some of my own, a toxic relationship can mess you up, right? Anybody who's been in one, right, can mess you up. So I'm risking all those things when I go into a relationship with you. So they should be hesitant. That's a good thing. They're giving you an opportunity to show not only yourself, or not only them, but yourself, that you have a strong sense of reality. So you got to be that person. You got to create a strong sense of reality. I really believe that most relationships are toxic. And the reason is because you're not dependent on your own. You have no interdependence, right? And you're looking for the relationship to be the thing that solves the problem for you. And so if you can solve it for yourself, you're naturally going to be this person, because you're also going to go, man, I don't know if I want to be in a relationship. I got a good life. I got good things going for me. Like, I want positive in my life. And if you show me this, I got to pull back, right? Take it slow. That's a good thing about being slow, being patient in relationship. But really, that's what is going on. You're not trying to fool anyone. Like, please don't use this and go like, oh, I just got to trick him into thinking I'm this type of person. That ain't it, right? That's dark magic. Don't use that. You know what I mean? Just understand the actual reality that's taking place. Is we want to know, right? You want to know, I want to know, they want to know, if we get in a relationship together, are you the type of person that's going to build me up? And then you have something really special, right? Like in my work, I work with some amazing people. And a lot of those very successful and amazing people have someone amazing alongside of them in relationship. It's massive. Like, it's one of the most important decisions you'll ever make is the relationships you enter into. And so it's worthwhile having situations where you test the frame as well, test their sense of reality as well. And again, I don't like games, right? But every now and then it's like, maybe you don't respond to the text message right away, or you're kind of busy. You're like, hey, like, cool, I'll hit you back later, and see how they respond. Are they needy? Are they overly attached? Maybe don't solve it for them right away, right? And see how they react to those situations. Can this person adopt a strong sense of reality, and therefore you both can come together, right? Codependent relationship, I think it was like just two flat objects meeting. And it's like, oh, now we're like just uncomfortably uncomfortable, right? In our codependent relationship. Or you have a interdependent relationship where one person might be kind of strong, the other person's weak, but look at, we're going to collapse, right? Neither one can hold each other strong. So you're looking for these interdependent relationships where you can connect together and move forward in a trajectory that ultimately improves both your lives. So that's the reality that's going on. Just trying to think if there's any other points there, right? I mentioned the law of investment. Like, when you invest in something, it means something to you. So that's what's going on in that timeline I showed you, by the way. It's like you're investing things slowly over time. But again, that's the key, is you make it slow over time. Don't give everything away right up front. Men, you're usually doing it with your money, right? Let me take you out. Let me buy you this, right? There's no investment along the way except for you. And then what I hear is guys will come and they're like, oh man, I gave her everything and she left. Well, that was your problem, was you gave her everything. And women a lot of time will give sex right away, right? Over, more wild, more crazier. And then it's like, I gave him everything. Well, that was your problem. He gave you nothing. You have to walk a mutual line of investment. Take your time, right? Start simple. Go out for a smoothie, right? Go out for this thing. Go hang out here a little bit. And just watch how each other are investing with one another. Then it means something to both of you. You're learning about each other. You expose each other to different situations, friendships. You give everything time to see how each other react or respond to situations. And ultimately, someone who's very healthy, has worked through their own shit internally, will respond more often than react to situations. And if you want someone strong and stable in your life who's really going to pump you up, you got to have somebody who's going to respond versus react to everything. Because life, again, is full of curveballs, baby. So love y'all so much. Hope this helps. I'll be back next time. And till then, peace.